Welcome to the officially sanctioned Friends with Words Book Club. Hello, Chloe. Yes, this video will contain spoilers, so if you have not read the book Cloud Atlas by David Mitchell or have seen the movie based on this book, then you might want to pause the video and pick up one of these books and read up to this area where it says Sluicious Crossing and everything after, known as page 237 in this particular version of the book. Alright, Chloe, so we've both seen the movie based on this great book, so we know how everything ends. So it's kind of difficult to read the book when you already know what all the twists are. That didn't stop me from trying to read this book from the beginning without realizing any of the stuff that happened. I tried to wipe it from my memory. So if you don't know anything about this book is written in 6 different parts, and the parts are different stories taking place in different time periods. And the whole thing is that they all are one. The book is set up thusly. If you look at the book this way, this being the beginning and this being the end, the first story takes place at the very beginning and at the very end. And as we move inward, the other 5 stories are interlaid so that they are kind of equidistant from the center. So we have, right here we have the most futuristic story, and then as it gets out, it gets more and more into the past until you're on the outside, and that's in the 1800s during the slave trade era and that kind of stuff. So when you have a book like this with separate stories, you really have to think about how the stories interlock. You can use separate symbols for that, and the symbol that is most used to note the interlocking of the different stories is this birthmark on the characters, and it is described as being shaped like a comet. This mark shows up on the bodies of every single main character of all 6 of the stories, including Sanmi 451, who is a clone, a fabricant. Even though she's genetically altered, she still has this birthmark, and it says that she's made fun of for it by her fellow clones. Another way that these 6 stories carry references to each other is via direct references in each story. Now, this does not connect all of them, but it connects each consecutive one. For example, the second story is connected to the first story via the reading of the diary. The third story is connected to the second story by the finding of the Cloud Atlas sextet. The fourth story is related to the third story via the movie script, the first Louisa Ray mystery, Half-Lives. The fifth story is connected to the fourth story because of the movie that is made off of the fourth story that is found in the fifth story. And I haven't read it yet because it's in this area of the book that we haven't gotten to yet, but I do know how the sixth story connects to the fifth story. I do think that a bigger theme in this book is the theme of things that are not being well known being very important to the story. Robert Frobisher finds a torn up book in his library about the Pacific Journals of Adam Ewing. Louisa Ray locates a rare recording of the Cloud Atlas sextet written by Robert Frobisher. Timothy Cavendish is given a little known manuscript about the first Louisa Ray mystery in print. And finally, Sanmi 451 is taken to see a movie that is the nightmarish ordeals of Timothy Cavendish. Stories like this really fascinate me, Chloe, and I'm really excited to hear what you have to say about it, and I will see that on Tuesday.